First, let's go live to another capital, Wellington. Giles Beckford, our business editor, joins us. In a couple of companies reporting today, and evidence, Giles, that fresh is best, I hear.
Well, it's what we do best in this country, isn't it? We turn sunshine into food and then we sell it. And precisely, that's come out from Turners and, well, T&G they now call themselves. Older listeners and viewers will know them as Turners and Growers. They're one of our major exporters of fruit, apples and kiwi fruit in particular top their list, but they also do asparagus and tomatoes, and they're even growing grapes in Peru. But the demand for fresh food and from places where it is safe and is up to standard has been helping them. They had a quite solid lift in their profits, and you should remember that fresh food, or horticulture in particular, earns us $4 billion a year. Although we talk a lot about dairy, that's about a third of what dairy brings in as well. So it's not to be sneezed at. The other company that reported today and did quite well is New Zealand King Salmon. They have farms in the Marlborough Sounds. It's just about to set up some farms in open water, and their export volumes were up 19%. Once again, big popularity and demand for fresh salmon around the world. Once again, it's what we do best, and really we should be asking, why don't we do more of it?
Giles, I haven't caught up with this, but some new numbers reflecting the health or otherwise of the Australian economy from across the Tasman. What do they tell us?
Well, this is the GDP, Gross Domestic Product, the value of their economy, up 1.1% in the last 3 months of last year. Now, remember that the quarter before that, they'd had one of their rare contractions. The economy there had shrunk because of the fall in the commodity prices, but they've bounced back. Their annual rate is still 2.5% compared with New Zealand's 3.5% annual rate. But let's not get too cocky. We want a healthy Australian economy because they buy billions of dollars worth of New Zealand exports, and that's what it's about. If they're doing well, it helps us to do well.
Any move in the dollar off the back of those Australian figures, Giles?
Well, the Australian dollar did go up because the expectation now is that the Reserve Bank of Australia may be closer to raising rates by the end of the year. So that, when you reverse it, of course, the New Zealand dollar was down to about 93.3. The Trump speech, which was big on rhetoric and talk of tax reforms, but scant on detail, and we'll hear how scant quite soon, I suspect.
Yes.
That meant that the US dollar was just a touch softer. We're sitting at around 71.5 US cents. New Zealand share market, top 50 index, seesawed all day, down 18 points at 71.49. And that's it for now.
Thanks, Giles, our business editor. Yes, let's do the scant check.